You know, life in general can be a heavy lift for all of us, so it's great to be surrounded by people who make things just a little bit easier. Just the little things, like my first guest, Stylist Darcy Camden. Over the years, her style advice has saved me more times than I can count, and I am not the only one in need. You get lots of letters and emails from people looking for advice. So we thought it would be time for another installment of Ask Darcy.
I love these segments.
I know.
I love getting questions. I love when people are like having a little bit of a challenge and they just don't quite know, and it's good to ask.
I think
rather than holding it in or
just spending more and more money trying something over and over. I've done that. I do that all the time. You were like the first person I've ever asked for help, and I think when we first met you could admit that I was like a little bit like, I don't know.
I'm like, ask me, what's the point of having a good friend who's a stylist if you can't ask her these questions?
Amen. All right, so we're gonna start with one of the first questions, which is a very good question. What is the best dry shampoo?
Oh my gosh, so I've been on a years-long journey to figure out what is the best dry shampoo.
Yeah.
Little fun fact about me, I only really like to wash my hair like once a week. It's taken years to train my hair to do this, but I rely on dry shampoo a lot, so I've tested a bunch. And I am obsessed with the Detox Gentle, specifically the Gentle.
Okay.
Because there's a regular Detox, but this is the Detox Gentle for sensitive scalp dry shampoo from Dry Bar.
Put it in a little bit.
And I discovered this when I was at the Bellevue Nordstrom, which is now the
smells
home
yummy.
of a Dry Bar. There's a Dry Bar inside the Bellevue Nordstrom at their Beauty Haven location.
It made one side
I went there.
poofier. I got two together now.
Doesn't it smell great?
Smells good, and it adds body apparently too.
But it doesn't leave a residue. It's not chalky. You can wear it and then continue, like you have days afterwards.
Okay, you've already sold me.
It's light, it's the scent is lovely.
And you have to be careful with dry shampoo because if you buy the cheap stuff, it's very bad for your scalp. It's very bad for your hair follicles, so don't.
I will also say that I use this Perfect Clean by a brand called Nature Lab. I get this at Ulta. We'll have a link on the website. So this is like a scalp scrub. It's a clarifying scrub.
Really?
It's got little granules. It's like an exfoliator for your scalp.
Oh, wow.
And it helps get all that residue off. So if you are using a lot of product like hairspray and dry shampoo, you're going to want to use this to get it all out.
Thank you.
Once, maybe every other week.
Okay. That is such good advice. Thank you for this. That is going to be a game changer.
It is.
Another question. I love this next question. What's a cool tennis shoe that I can wear with my leggings / athleisure? I agree. I am always like, what do I wear? Like, what color should it be?
Are you ready for the It sneaker?
Yeah.
So this isn't a secret. A lot of people are doing this, a lot of the fashion boys and the fashion girls, because it's a gender-neutral sneaker.
Okay.
It's the New Balance 327. So you can just Google New Balance 327. It's so cool. It's like a little bit chunky, a little bit retro. It is so comfortable. It comes in so many different colors. You could do a neutral, you could do bright tones.
Okay.
It's really cool. I'm wearing it right now. Like,
there you go. Okay.
So I run around town in these all day.
I love these because they're so
comfortable.
And they're neutral. Okay.
Yeah, about $100, but yeah, Google it.
Okay.
So many different places have them, and you can sometimes find them on sale for like $70.
What's a good color to buy if you don't want to buy a black one and a neutral one? What's a good color, like a gray?
I really love this kind of beigey neutrally one. It goes with everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, another person asked, this one I also like because I felt this pain too. I just got a pair of cropped wide leg jeans.
Oh, yes.
Love them. But I'm totally stumped on what kind of shoes to wear with them.
Yeah,
That's
really
a real
hard,
challenge.
especially if you've done the jump from like skinny jean to like a big wide leg. So I have a pair of these two, and I've got 3 ideas for you. Number one, a tall boot. It's hard to see in this picture, but that boot actually goes all the way up to my knees.
Oh, you don't say.
I used to wear skinny jeans tucked in, but with the wide leg, the boot wears under the pant. You've got plenty of room in that wide leg, and it gives you a nice little lift.
Okay.
I also really love a strappy Mary Jane.
that's cute.
A low heel, something a little chunky is what you want with the width of the pant.
Okay.
And then the third option is like a loafer. Again, you're going chunky, you're going low heel.
Yeah.
Something with a little bit of oomph.
Okay.
I don't like to be too high when I'm wearing a cropped wide pants because then I feel like it's just like a lot of fabric hovering.
That makes sense.
High.
Okay, great advice on that one. Next question. I'm thinking of adding a belt to my spring wardrobe. Any recommendations? I love this question about belts because I feel like that's one I always struggle with.
I got 2 recommendations and they're different. So the first one is this rope belt from Zara.
Okay.
$35, everybody. And
Is it real leather?
I don't think it's real leather.
Oh, it feels nice, though.
And so you can just wrap this around if you've got like a dress or a skirt. You can do it with pants, but I scooped up a bunch of these. Like I bought out the Bellevue store. And then, but you can still get them online, and they're all over the place. And
Thanks, Darcy.
I have these in my style sessions, and I use them all the time. And then this is my favorite jeans belt from Madewell. It's $58.
Okay.
It comes in silver, it comes in gold hardware, and it comes in 4 or 5 other
It's very
colors.
90s, but I like it.
Yeah, but it's like, it's not too thin, it's not too thick. And when you have something with really substantial hardware like that, think about it like jewelry. So it's like earrings, necklace, belt. Pick 2 out of 3 so that you're not over accessorizing.
So like earrings, belt.
Earrings, belt.
Okay, got it. Okay. Our final question of the day is from a lovely bride who says, I'm getting married this summer. It's a small garden ceremony on a tight budget. Any tips for finding a dress for about $500 or less? Is that even possible?
It is. I can even do better. We found one for about $300, and if you can get it on sale, it's $200. It's at Macy's.
Oh,
so this is a Calvin Klein high-low dress. I think this is great for more casual weddings, maybe on a beach or in a garden. I think it's also great for brides who might want a second look for their reception.
Yes.
That doesn't break the bank, because this is really fun to dance in. Because it's high-low, it doesn't really need a lot of alteration.
Right,
worry.
because it just hangs on the floor.
I put it with a little something blue in the shoe. Some pretty little jewelry. But yeah, it's like, $300 from Calvin Klein. Absolutely gorgeous. So perfect and pretty.
Look at the back. The detail is very sharp because, they are staring at your back when you go down that aisle.
It's modern and elegant and kind of all the things.
I love it. And you know what? It seems like you could do whatever you want to it. If you wanted to add one of those sparkly, are those still in style?
You could absolutely add a belt. You could do a really pretty necklace. I did, Anthropologie is one of my favorite spots for bridal jewelry.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
These kind of like pearl bow earrings are really special because the lines of the dress are so simple that you really could do kind of like a standout accessory. And then if you imagine like holding flowers.
Right, and then it all comes together.
It all comes together.
I have to ask, because I'm sure there's some folks out there that are like, now I have a question for Darcy. How can people ask you questions?
Well, you could probably just message the show and it will make its way over to me. Producers will send it over.
That is true, we will.
You can find me on Instagram at styled_Seattle and send me a
handle
message
right there.
And I'm findable. I'm very findable.
She's very findable. You can call me. I'll get them to her. It's no problem. We got you covered. Easy peasy.
I also had a lot of questions about like what to wear to a wedding if you're a guest at a wedding.
Oh, that's a good question.
But I think that's a whole other segment. So I think we're going to do a whole segment about like under $50 looks.
Oh, that's a great
to wear
idea.
if you're going to a wedding this summer.
You better stay tuned for that. Darcy will be back. All right. Well, thank you, Darcy.
Thank you.